And hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your NFL guru, Neil Galati, back with Week 9 predictions. Let's just recap. Week 8 predictions were fantastic. Beat out most of the NFL analysts. 11-3 was a solid record. Now, time to keep up that success. So we start immediately with Thursday night football. The Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. Simple one here. Gotta go with Cincinnati. They're gonna run the ball way too well. Jeremy Hill, Giovanni Bernard. Look for Dalton to have a decent game. Get back on track after that rough outing last week. The Bengals win this game. Dolphins at the Bills. Ooh, that could be interesting. If Tyrod Taylor's back, either way, I'm taking Buffalo, but I think Tyrod Taylor comes back and helps this Buffalo team win a pivotal game in the AFC East. Carlos Williams is back as well. Look for him to get involved also. The Raiders at the Steelers. Wow, the Raiders are looking like a tough team to beat. I was very impressed last week. The way they played that New York Jets secondary with Revis and Cromartie. Carr threw for 4 touchdowns. He made it look easy. I was amazed. I was absolutely astonished the way the Raiders looked. They're at Pittsburgh, though. Even without Le'Veon Bell, this Pittsburgh Steelers team is very good. This game could decide who gets that 5th seed in the playoff race. You know what? I'm going to take the Oakland Raiders. They ride the momentum. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They get to 3, win another game in the East Coast, and a big one at that. At Pittsburgh, the Oakland Raiders win this game. Latavius Murray won't do as well as he did last week, but it's going to be the Amari Cooper and Michael Crabtree show with Derek Carr playing well. Clive Walford is also going to get involved. The Raiders win this game. The Tennessee Titans at the New Orleans Saints. Gotta go in New Orleans. Who that nation? The Saints look tough. I mean, they won a amazing game last week. One of the best offensive performances I've seen ever in an NFL game. The Saints win this one. Drew Brees tosses a touchdown to Willie Snead again. The Jaguars at the Jets. I'm going to go with the Jets. Simple as that. They get back on track. They win that game after they lost to Oakland. They get to 5-3, but they win this big one right here. It's an easy one. It's against the Jags. They should be able to win this game. The Redskins at the Patriots. I'm going to go with New England. I think a secret guy here, Brandon LaFell, I think he's going to catch a touchdown. He starts to get more involved in the Patriots offense, but the Patriots beat the Redskins. The Redskins are just, they don't have enough firepower to compete with New England. New England looks unbeatable right now. Brady's playing out of this world. The Rams at the Vikings. Ooh, I'm going to hear the horn a lot of times this week. The Vikings win this game. AP runs wild. He runs like a madman. He has a monster game. Look for Bridgewater to play decently, but Adrian Peterson has a huge game. The Vikings win this one. The Packers at the Panthers. Ooh, I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers. They give Carolina their first loss of the season. The Green Bay Packers win this game. Their offense dominates. Eddie Lacy's finally getting a bit more involved. That's going to play pivotal in the Packers trying to get that 1 seed in the NFC. This is a huge game. This is America's game of the week. But I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers to beat the Carolina Panthers. The Falcons at the 49ers. Kaepernick's not the man anymore, is he? He's benched in favor of Blaine Gabbert. Yes, the Jaguars' 10th overall pick a few years ago is starting over Colin Kaepernick. Wow, the 49ers franchise has gone into a state of just pure demise. All the scandals, all the problems clearly came back to haunt them. But you know what? I think Blaine Gabbert actually plays well. I think he shows that it was Colin Kaepernick who was a major problem. And I think they give an Atlanta Falcons team a fight and a good run for their money. The Falcons will win this game 31-28. It'll be a shootout. Blaine Gabbert actually plays well. But come on, we're not taking the 49ers. We don't take the 49ers. The way they're playing this season, you do not pick the 49ers. The Falcons win this game. The Giants at the Buccaneers. I am going to take the New York Giants to win this game, even if it's at Tampa Bay. They look good. Tampa Bay actually played pretty well. But New York knows they got to win this game because the NFC East is starting to get a bit more competitive. Philly's coming back. Look for the Giants to win this game. The Broncos at the Colts. I'm going to take the Indianapolis Colts to win this game in the upset of the week. Yes, you heard it here. The upset of the week. The Indianapolis Colts win against Denver, give Denver their first loss of the season. The Colts win this game. Frank Gore plays well. Andre Johnson plays decently well also. If T.Y. can, stay healthy, he should also have a big game. But I think the Colts win this game. The Eagles at the Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Eagles in this one. Dallas just doesn't have a quarterback. They're not going to be able to keep up with Philly. Philly wins this game. And finally, that was also Sunday Night Football, by the way. But it's Eagles Cowboys. It's not going to be a very entertaining one. So we're going to tone it down. This is Monday Night Football. I don't know if it deserves it because it's the Bears at the Chargers. It's a stinker. It's going to be not a very exciting game to watch. Both teams aren't going to the playoffs. Both teams are going to struggle. It could be a shootout. It could be an ugly game. Either way, I'll take the Chargers in this one. They're at home at Qualcomm. They're going to win this game. They just got flexed out with the Chiefs for Sunday Night Football, where the Bengals and the Cardinals got the flex instead a few weeks later. So clearly neither teams are doing well, but the Chargers will win this game. Stevie Johnson will play well. And now we are on to NFL fantasy predictions for the week. The start of the week at quarterback, we'll go with Phillip Rivers on Monday night. It's going to be an ugly game, man, but the Bears just don't have a defense. Look for Phillip Rivers to have a big game here. Sit Drew Brees. Yeah, I mean, his arm, bang, bang, touchdown, 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 touchdown. Come on, he can't have much more energy this week. They're going to hand the ball off way more to Mark Ingram this week. Look for Brees to be a smart sit against an underrated Tennessee Titans secondary. At running back, we got Chris Ivory against the Jaguars. No, question there. He's phenomenal. I mean, he's playing very well. The Raiders defense held him in check because the Raiders defense is very talented. But Chris Ivory is a great start. Another running back to start, Doug Martin. They're at home against the Giants. The Giants' run defense is not that great. Look for Martin to be a great start. To sit, Demarco Murray at the Cowboys. I think they'll key in on the run. I think, the receivers on Philly will have a big game. Also, the pass-catching running backs like Darren Sproles will also have a big game as well. Sit DeMarco Murray. Also, Dion Lewis, I don't think he keeps up that success. The Patriots running backs, they cycle over and over again. Brady picks his favorite targets, changes it almost every single week. I don't think Dion Lewis is a great start. Against a Redskins defense, that's a bit underrated. At wide receiver, start Ted Ginn. They're at home against the Packers. Ginn's going to have a big game. The Packers will probably still win this game, but Ginn's going to have a good game here, and he's a great start. Also, Stevie Johnson on Monday night. Phillip Rivers lost Keenan Allen for the season. Look for Stevie Johnson to get heavily involved in that offense with plenty of targets, along with Malcolm Floyd, but start Stevie Johnson this week. Sit Demaryius Thomas. Peyton Manning can't throw to anyone, man. He can't throw, so just sit him. Not worth starting right now. Also, surprise, surprise, surprise. Sit Odell Beckham Jr. I do not think he is a good start this week against a Tampa Bay team that I think is going to show up defensively this week. Look for him to be a start. And now on tight end position, we have Jacob Tamme. He's a great start. They're at the Niners. Look for Jacob Tamme to be a phenomenal start. They will not be able to cover tight end. Jacob Tamme is a perfect play, especially with Roddy White falling off a bit. The Falcons win this game, and Tammy's a great start. To sit, Antonio Gates. The Bears surprisingly cover the tight end well. Look for Gates to be a definite sit in this one. At kicker, we have Adam Vinateri. He's a great start against a Broncos defense that will not allow touchdowns, but will allow you to get into the red zone. Look for Vinateri to be a sit. At Matt Bryant being a definite sit. I do not think you play him because the Falcons are going to be tossing touchdown after touchdown after touchdown. Let's add one more touchdown. They're going to get 4 touchdowns this game. There's no point in starting Bryant. He's going to get 4, maybe a field goal, so like 6 points tops. That's not worth it. There are plenty of great kicker matchups. At defense, we have the Colts to start. I think they're going to play Peyton Manning very well. They're going to play him hard. They're going to force sacks and interceptions. Sit the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. The Raiders showed that they can put up points. Do not play him. And finally, sleepers, we have quarterback Jameis Winston. He's a great start at home against the Giants. We have running back Jeremy Hill at home against the Browns. He's going to get a lot of red zone carries against a very bad run defense in the Cleveland Browns. Wide receiver Michael Crabtree, he's going to play very well against a Steelers defense that cannot cover the pass. Crabtree has a huge game. And finally, tight end Heath Miller. The Raiders cannot cover the tight end. Look for Heath Miller to have a monster game. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you pay close attention to the NFL picks this week and the NFL fantasy predictions. Stay tuned. Hopefully this week is as successful as the last one. There's some good games this week, so keep a close eye. Thank you guys, and have a great day.